There we go. Okay, we're on. Calling the meeting to order. It's 6:20. CRC meeting February 11th. Oh yes, roll call.
Here.
Okay. John Norman. No. Abby Goldberg out. Margaret is out. Mary Lou is here. Alyssa is out. Sherry Legg, I'm here. Emily's here. Rebecca's here. Patty's here. And Deb's here. I know that wasn't really a roll call. I'm just moving along here.
Yes.
Moving along. So we do have minutes from 2 previous meetings. And I heard someone say, bless you, I heard someone say that there was an error or something was going to be amended.
Excuse me, on the January 21, I think Patty, it should be in the present. She was there on the 21st.
Oh, yeah.
You were.
Yeah.
There.
I was here.
She was there.
So my apologies.
And then, yeah, because she also made a motion later on, so.
Yeah, that's funny, huh?
Yeah.
So was Deb. So was Deb.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
an absent.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're in 2 places. Very sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I was present.
And I'm in 2 places.
Yeah, Emily was here too.
Yeah.
Well, good. Thank you. I'm sorry. I must have been in a hurry.
So I think it was just John and Margaret that weren't there, right? For the last meeting.
Yeah, we had a lot of people here for the
Yeah,
last
so
meeting.
it was just John
And
and
a guest.
Margaret.
And we had the guest as well.
Right.
So I have one comment.
All right.
I was wondering, after having seen our mission statement and vision statement in writing, if you all would be amenable to the idea of adding a comma. Don't laugh at me. I'm sorry. The mission statement and a comment in the vision statement. So what I wanted to suggest for your consideration in the mission statement to provide, to put a comma where we have community and wait a minute. We will work to build a sense of inclusion after the word community, a comma, and pride, comma, da 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 da. And then in the vision statement, my suggestion was going to be to add a comma, have a voice, are connected, comma, and feel empowered.
Is that the Oxford comma?
Yes.
Well, in keeping with that, should there be a comma after the word accepted in the mission statement? If we're putting commas.
Welcome, accepted,
Yes,
comma.
yes, yes.
Okay.
And value.
If we're
Yes.
commaing.
Yes, exactly. Welcome, comma, accepted. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
So, since we have a quorum, what if before approving the minutes, I make a motion to accept the amended statements with those commas?
I'll second that motion.
Well, okay then.
Everybody
Sure.
agree?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Great.
All right, so
All right, so there was a note I needed to get on November 12th, the right time that we started, so I did have that at 6:18. And actually, I looked at the timing on the tape. My note didn't tell me when we ended. I think we ended before 7:15 because it was a 43-minute meeting. So I would like to adjust those times to reflect the proper, let's see. That would be like, what, 7:01 p.m. we would have ended.
where the
So this
12th
is
or the-
November 12th.
Okay.
It was, my notes say 6:18. We're over there, I thought we started later.
Oh, okay.
But
We
I
did
was
start
guessing-
later. We started at 6:31.
You think so?
Well, it sure, that's what
what
I'm going to go with you.
Well, I was guessing, and then I looked at my notes and it said 6:18.
Oh, let me see if I have
I'm open
notes on that.
I'm open to suggestions, but
Because
do you think we would have ended about 7 though, rather than 7:15?
let me see. November 12th. We opened at 6:15.
Well, my note said 6:18, but
Oh, 6:31.
that was a guess.
Okay.
Based
So
on-
why don't we say 6:18 and you thought it was,
And the tape is 43 minutes, so that would bring it to.
Wasn't that our longer meeting?
That was not the work session. This was, we were
Oh, that
over
was
here.
December. Okay,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So I'm
so
gonna,
what's 6:18 plus 40, what'd you say?
7:01 PM.
Great.
So I want to
Let's
adjust
do
the
it.
times to be accurate.
Perfect.
Perfect.
If you need a motion, here's one.
Have a motion with the times amended.
Excellent.
Or,
And that would be
or
on
will,
these.
or
Okay,
we're
so-
accepting these minutes with the times amended?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So these minutes need times amended, and then maybe this one first and
Well,
then
let's
the
do
other.
November for, okay, so you've motioned to
Accept
vote
the minutes.
to accept the minutes.
With the amended
All in
start
favor?
and time.
Aye.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Yeah, Mark,
I'm gonna abstain because I wasn't here, wasn't there.
Yeah, actually, I should abstain. I'm abstaining.
Okay, so she makes a motion,
all right. We're good.
all right.
Accepted. Okay, now the January 21 minutes, and we
Okay.
we did amend that, so.
Right, so can I make a motion to
Yes.
accept those
Who seconds
as
it?
corrected as far as the
Yeah.
attendance is
Mhm.
concerned?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And the commas, I mean, we already approved the commas, so I
Mhm.
would put all that in there. So my motion is as amended in
Who
that.
seconds it?
I'll second it.
Okay. All right, so we vote, all in favor of accepting the minutes?
Aye.
Aye, 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 aye. All right. Aye, aye, aye.
All right.
Okay, minutes have been accepted. Roll call's done, so.
I'm just curious if someone was at the meeting but isn't here to accept them, they just don't get it.
If you're not at the meeting, it's just too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get to
Yeah.
vote, you don't get to play reindeer games.
Right, right, right.
And you've been noticed because it's, you know, gets on the website and the whole
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we've done that. Okay, so the only thing on the new business,
Public
Is-
speak is no, right?
there's no one here for
No.
public speak, so that's out. So on the new business,
Sure.
what we talked about last week, or last month, was having, or you said,
I
actually,
sent it in
you
the
sent it
agenda because
in.
we had talked about it in
To,
another.
including a portion of our meeting where we can all relate whatever events are coming up, if anything's,
Right,
pertaining to us, or even may be of interest.
Right.
I have two from the mayor's office. One is, and it's already going on, there's a, this was submitted to the mayor by Shel Horowitz. I'm not sure who that is. And it was a group of people who were going down to Texas and Matamoros. They're going to Brownsville, Texas, and Matamoros, Mexico, and they're going to study what's going on at the border. Now, the mayor's suggestion was, or ask was, do we want to follow up? Do we want to promote this event when they come back and talk about it? Do we want to be part of it? Do we want to attend it? Is it of interest to anyone in this room?
So what are they, so they're having an event when they come back?
There's going to be, that was the question. Would you like to hear from us afterwards?
No, I wanna go to Texas with them.
Yeah, well, it's too late. They're already down there.
they're already
Yeah, they're already gone.
Okay.
So I think, that would be interesting. I would, personally. I'd like to know what's going on firsthand instead of reading it in the news.
I know, I would totally want to know. It's interesting though, because I work for the federal government. My first thought is, oh, I couldn't do that or sanction anything because it could be political, right?
Right.
So I'm not allowed to do that sort of thing, but I think I can off hours.
Just attend.
Yeah, yeah. And would it be about, like whether we're being good neighbors to the people who want to immigrate here?
Possibly, we'd have to find that
Sort of,
connection. We'd have to
right.
put it into words what our connection to that is.
Right, yeah.
Right.
I know, love to hear about
But
it.
this-
It'll be devastating, I'm
Do you
sure.
have like a statement for exactly what they're,
Well, it's a little bit convoluted, because it's really a forwarding of the,
So I'm sorry,
Email to
do
the
they,
mayor.
they're having an event or they just want to come and report to us?
I don't know that yet. So all I want to know is it of interest to us? And I will then, I will then ask the mayor, okay, how do you want to handle this? She wanted to come tonight to talk about, but she can't because she has a school board meeting. She wants to talk about the cannabis impact-free fee and the 2020 census, those two items that are going on here. And she will be here the next time to talk about that.
I'm sorry, who's talking about that?
The mayor.
The mayor.
Oh,
She wants to relay her thoughts on that to us or get us involved. She's trying to get us involved in a lot of stuff,
And
which is okay with me. It's fine. Gives us a little bit of a direction.
getting back to the, I don't know, did everybody get the email from Lindsay about the, I got an email from her the end of January, and there is on February 24th from 5 to 6, there is a kickoff of the US Census.
Yes,
Is
that's
that
in
what's in
this
there?
one,
Okay.
yes.
And it's with Representative Carey has invited Representative Paul Mark for the kickoff on the 24th at, here at City Hall, from 5 to 6, and the 24th is a Monday.
Yeah. And
So that
we're invited.
We're
to that.
invited, so I know I got an email on that at the end of
I did
last month.
get that email. I didn't.
And that would be, like, we haven't finished talking about the border one, but
No,
yeah, so, I mean, most likely there's a connection, but I think we need to think about, like,
Right,
how we would
right. And
talk
that's
about
not-
the
this-
connection, so we're all on the
These
same
aren't
page.
anything, these aren't things we have to vote on.
Right.
Or approve.
Right.
It's just, these are just notifications.
Right.
And we're welcome to attend. I think the invitation is out to us.
Oh, I thought you said in the beginning that we want to think about whether we would be part sponsor or
Well, that's, I don't,
something.
yeah.
For this
That's
particular
in there, but I'm not
immigration
sure
you're
what they
thinking
mean
of.
by that.
When are they coming back?
It's on there,
So it's
the 16th, I think.
after our February 8th to 16th week of humanitarian work on the border.
So they left Saturday,
Mhm.
they're due back Sunday?
Sunday, yeah, so they're there this week.
Yeah. Can we, sorry, can we go to, just to clarify, or not to clarify, but can we talk about the US Census thing real quick? Because I think that's a
Sure.
quicker thing.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm not available to go. Is anybody available to go?
Not.
I
What
have
day
it
of the
on,
week is the 24th?
it's a Monday at 5. I
Well,
was-
Monday on the 24th, yes, I will be.
Yeah, I have it
I
on
will
the
be there.
calendar, and
Okay.
unless I
Yeah.
get tied up at work, I should be
Yeah.
okay going.
Okay.
Can I just ask, I'm sorry to be
No.
delinquent here, but I was fixated on reading this memo and I wasn't paying attention to this US Census event. Could you just repeat for me what that is?
Oh,
Sure, it's a, you wanna?
Go ahead, you
It's
know about it.
a kickoff
Yeah,
with Representative Carey and Paul Mark, I think is the
yeah,
guy's
Paul
name.
Mark, who I don't know.
Who I don't know.
He's on
Um,
the redistricting committee,
Oh, okay.
so that's fine.
So that's
Dial
important.
Yes, that's part of it too, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a kickoff for the census. It's on Monday, the 24th, from 5 to 6 here. I'm assuming it's gonna be up in the big room. I don't know if it says.
Party?
Yeah, like what?
It just says 50 Payson.
It's
Yeah.
a kickoff. It's just,
Like, is it a little celebration or is it a rah-rah or is it?
I
No,
think it's a rah-rah.
It's a rah-rah because there's a big initiative to get Easthamptonites involved in the census. They don't want anyone left out.
Yeah.
So we really want to make people aware.
So
So,
we get all the aid we can get.
yeah, I think so for the people who can go, it may be like great to ask what we can do
Okay.
as this committee.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
sorry I
yeah.
can't go.
They-
Yeah, no, that's a good,
They
that's a
may
good
be
thing.
asking
Like,
for
not just like
volunteers.
be there, but like, you know,
Yeah.
and it could be a really good, like, opportunity for us to, like, I would be willing to volunteer at something,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know,
Knock on doors and
do
take
whatever.
account, yeah.
But, yeah, I would just, you know, instead of just going, make sure we're like,
Mhm.
maybe asking like Dan, what can we do as this committee? And it might be a really good little thing for us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure, it would get us,
Little nook for us
get us
to
to
use.
people's doors and everybody
Yeah.
gets a district and stuff.
Yeah, actually, those are paid positions.
Oh,
through
they
the
are?
Federal government.
Oh, yeah.
They've been advertising, so the actual
And hiring.
census takers.
Also, they're accepting people for that.
Yeah. I don't know about this particular event, but I know I've seen ads and heard the ads about,
Oh, yeah,
about,
Mhm.
you can do it as a
But
job.
is one of
Yeah.
the reasons why it's important because we want to make sure that everybody is registered to vote, so everyone has an
Mhm.
equal voice, so to speak,
Yeah.
in our government? Is that
Well,
one
and
of
I
the
think-
reasons why I think?
Yeah, but it's also dollars.
I think
it's dollars, it's basically dollars.
A lot of our
Right.
funds are
Yeah.
based on the
Based on
census.
that.
Right.
Mhm. Okay.
And also, statewide, it's representatives and
Mhm.
Right.
in,
Right.
you know,
Representation, yeah.
yeah, because you know, if you lose too many, you lose
Mhm.
a representative in
Mhm.
office.
Right.
And I think they'll have good language, so it's
Mhm.
already be ready-made for us, and
Yeah.
then, I don't know if
Right.
you're at other events or whatever,
Right.
that could be something
Yeah,
we're promoting.
I'm interested to learn about how redistricting works
Mhm.
because that's,
And does that mean like redrawing those lines? Is that what it means, redistricting? Or what does
I'm
it mean?
not sure.
Not,
Not in Easthampton, but
no, not in
No.
Easthampton, but I think
Statewide.
Statewide, and
for instance, like Dan Carey currently represents Easthampton,
Mhm.
South Hadley, and
and
part of,
Granby. Part
and
of
Granby.
Or part of Granby.
yeah, part of Grant. I don't
Or
know. I
Granby.
think part of it.
Part
Well,
of, yeah, anyway.
So like how they draw those lines for
Mhm.
representation can vary depending on population.
Right,
Okay,
Right.
so they're drawn according to population.
right.
And if
geography,
population
I
has
see.
shifted, then they
Yes.
can
They can
redraw them.
redistrict.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Both on, I think, a state level and on a federal level.
Mhm.
So,
So good.
Now,
So who's ever going?
Is that event, did you say it's February 24th?
Yes.
February 24th.
24th, and it's only for an hour, 5 to 6 p.m.
And did you not get that?
I don't think I got that.
I didn't get it.
So I was just looking at it, I like totally breezed over it because I didn't recognize Lindsay Mailer's name for whatever reason. It said,
Uh-huh.
you're invited to Census 2020 kickoff, and I was like,
So what?
whatever.
Not realizing, yeah.
Yeah, and then,
Maybe
And now I
blew
see
by
it.
it too. I don't know.
yeah,
Let's see, there's a
I don't
whole
know,
list
because
of
I
who
feel
got
like I've gotten
copied.
other,
Yeah, I know.
I think I've gotten other like junk things that are like Census 2020. So
Right,
it's just like,
right.
I don't know, because it's,
Exactly.
you know.
So they may not have gotten you on their radar. Who else didn't get it?
Emily, you're
was
E.
I?
Embrit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
You're
Or
on
at
there.
least in theory you got it.
Did I get it?
Lindsay.
Oh,
But see, I don't
okay.
see your name.
And she is
And it might be
the city,
because you
like,
wouldn't have
secretary.
got added to our
Yeah,
list
I
until
think
later.
she's,
You know, you came on a little
yeah,
later.
okay.
I think we should check with the mayor's office to
Yeah.
make sure that Deb is on our
Yeah,
listserv or whatever.
because it's to
thing
the
we
city
have.
council,
And
Allison McKim.
Yeah, but I don't see you in
I
there.
don't see you, but we
Yeah.
can certainly,
I can forward it to you.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yes. So far I've only
If you
been
can't find it, I'll.
forwarding the
So let's see.
agendas to everyone.
And this is AOL. You use AOL.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you don't find it, let me know and I'll
Okay.
send it to
Okay.
you.
Okay.
I've just tried to send it. Hopefully you'll get it.
thank you.
I have one just general thing, if it has nothing to do with the community relations committee, but I don't know if you guys have seen Jose, who
Mhm.
affectionately known as the sign guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He's actually doing a presentation at the library on the 26th from 6:30 to 8.
I plan on going,
So
and,
am I.
and it does relate because I spoke to him the other night at the party at Lucy Gallery, which is
Uh-huh.
called Love Thy Neighbors, remember?
Yeah, I was
I
out of
forwarded
town.
that
Missed
to
it.
you.
Yeah, I was out of town. I would have
And,
come.
I mean, he talked about how, you know, he doesn't get treated very well sometimes.
Yes.
Oh, I've witnessed that,
Yeah, yeah.
because he used to be right outside when I had the store.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I used to see him every day and see what people did to him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was, and I've,
I'm
Yeah.
sure I would have been enraged if I'd seen that, because I'm protective of him because he's a veteran, and I think his messages are very logical.
Yes.
You know, and
Yes.
he's very gentle, you know, so he's not harming anybody. But people have, you know, maltreated him. I complimented his jacket, and he's like, yeah, and I said, where'd you get it? And, I shouldn't say this publicly. But anyway, he said people were criticizing him for wearing synthetics because he's against plastics and plastic
Yeah.
clothes and stuff like that. And so what he's wearing is cotton. You know, like, and he was like pleased to have found this thing, and it actually really keeps him warm. But then he like opened up about how people haven't treated him very well. So like to me that's like we need the
Yes.
neighborly, you know,
Yep.
respect
Okay.
to increase. So
Yes, I'm planning on going as well.
and supporting him.
Yes.
Yeah.
what time is that? You know?
6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
Wednesday, the 26th.
26th is that Wednesday, yeah.
It's gonna be informative. You know, I think.
He spoke
It's at the
at,
library?
yes,
Mhm.
he spoke at the Union Street Plan
Oh.
Forum
Mm-hmm.
and had some very, very good ideas, I thought,
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
were kind of, I don't think were taken very well, because they were kind of forward-thinking, very forward-thinking.
Were they?
Yeah, and some of the stuff I'm not sure was really, that could be done in
Mhm.
but they were good ideas to embrace
Mhm.
for other projects,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like trying to stop runoff with plantings,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing, which,
Right.
you know, when you're talking about Union Street and
Uh-huh.
that hardscape, it's kind of hard to do
Right.
that, but in
Right.
other projects, you could definitely
Yeah.
work it in
Right.
a little better.
Right.
Anyway,
Mhm.
that's my take on.
So,
Mhm.
so Monday the 24th,
Mhm.
some folks are gonna go to the kickoff.
Yes,
And Wednesday the 26th,
yes,
people might go see.
yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, so, and then there's the border thing.
Yeah, we wanted to get back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, there's not much to say other
Can I
than,
see that?
we're not,
We're not
it's-
sure
we're not sure
Would
how
you
that's
like to
gonna
hear
work.
from
We
us
can just say
after
that we'd be
the
interested to attend.
Yes, I'm gonna
follow-up
tell the
meeting.
mayor we'll be interested in the follow-up,
To tell
and
attend.
she
Yeah.
will probably either bring the information to us or set us up,
Yes.
maybe
Mhm.
we have that person come in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it's working, so,
Yeah.
at this
Hopefully
point,
she will
so.
let us know the time and event and we
Yeah.
can just go.
If you would
Right.
like a talk back from members of our group,
Yes,
we're trying to set a bunch of them up ahead of time for the rest of February, March, April. One thing learned from going to Florida, the situation could change rapidly, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
right,
So it looks like they're
Well-
looking to engage with
yes.
a number of.
All they wanna hear
Great.
is, yes, we're interested,
Interested.
and then we'll set it up.
Yeah.
You know what would be kind of interesting? I don't really know if we should do this or if we'd ever be welcome to do it, but it'd be kind of interesting if at all of these different events, one or two of us go at least or whatever, if we were able to stand up at some point and just say, hi, I'm
Yeah.
Emily from the Community Relations Committee. This is our mission, you know, and public speak is welcome the second Tuesday of every month. And
Yeah, I think that's a great
this is
idea.
one of our favorite definitions of a good neighbor, you know, and then the next event, maybe a slightly different definition of a good neighbor. Something just like to promote, like, what does a good neighbor mean? Like, I don't know, something
Yeah.
like that.
If we're ever attending an event that the
Uh-huh.
mayor is also there,
Mhm.
she would
She would introduce us. as-
introduce us.
Right.
Like she has before. So,
Yeah. But then
So if
maybe
you let her know you're
yes.
attending,
Right.
you know, that's really what they want to know is, are you coming? And
Mhm.
Right.
so,
This Shell looks like has a TED Talk. TED
Oh.
Talk. Impossible
Already?
is their business for a better world. Watch
So is it SHELL, Horowitz?
Yep. Yeah. SHEL. Horowitz.
Oh, just one.
Like Sheldon, probably.
Oh, yeah.
TED. Impossible is a dare. : business for a better world.
Impossible as a dare? Okay. Sounds good. I love TED Talks.
Me too.
So I just wanted to mention for you to know that I would love to go to these events, but I'm going to be out of town
Are you?
until March 2nd.
Okay.
So yeah, from the 20th to March 2nd. So I won't be able to make
That's
it.
That's good.
No, Florida. I want to visit my daughter.
Good time to get away.
Yeah.
Very good time.
yeah. Okay. So that brings us to continuing business. And I don't know, this is now we're in the who's got an idea stage. The continuing business being the implementation, or how do we implement the adoption of our mission and vision statements? What are we going to do now that we have them? And this is going to be the slow evolving process. But if anyone has any ideas to start off, I like your, being part of the census thing. I think that's a great way to start the engagement.
I was wondering if we could get a booth or table at Cultural Chaos. in
Oh,
June.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sure
Yeah.
we can, yeah.
And
That would be a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I keep wondering about like creating a logo for ourselves or a
Right,
slogan.
yeah.
And maybe having like t-shirts
Did
or
the mayor say that she could maybe come up with some?
money. I was
Some
I was
bucks
kind of
to do
hoping.
Can we borrow the phrase, "Won't you be my neighbor"?
That may be copyright.
Some,
Yeah, that might be.
We all have to
We
wear
give out
cardigans?
free cardigans or
June.
free shoelaces that say, "Won't you be my
that's
neighbor"?
cute, huh?
We all need to wear cardigans.
Red
Right.
cardigan, zipped.
Right,
Yeah.
right, even if it's 85,
I know.
those red cardigans.
All right, well,
But
that's a
maybe
great
to
idea.
start to get our identity going, so that when we get to that point in
Yeah,
June, we would have some
exactly.
materials. We
Yeah.
would have visual,
Mhm.
some kind of a logo, a slogan. Yeah, maybe buttons. I don't know.
Buttons are, buttons are
When
cheap.
I bring a button
They're
home-
great to give.
I bring
Yes.
them home and then I'm like, what do I do?
Magnets.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
Magnet.
can't figure
Magnets
out
on
where
my
to put
fridge.
them. Magnets better than a button.
Bet
There's so many
magnets
buttons
or
in my
Wonder about
Bars.
magnets for cars.
car magnets,
Ooh,
those are
yeah.
nice.
That would help spread the word a lot if people
Yeah,
put a
or
magnet on
bumper,
their car.
or bumper stickers for
Like
if people
it's-
don't like.
Well, that what I mean is like instead of the bumper sticker, it's so you're not.
Yeah.
It's not a
Right, yeah,
damaging commitment.
right, right,
Like-
Safe
right.
commitment.
Owen Zaret had those for his campaign.
They were,
And they're nice because, yeah, you can just apply them to your car and then take them off.
It's not going to
Oh,
harm
Ruining
okay,
anything
yeah, yeah.
afterwards.
yeah,
We
So
could
you don't
make
have
it.
to
we
And I'm
could-
sure we
Hillary
can, I'm
Clinton
sure we can
bumper
get
sticker
money for
forever.
that.
Yeah.
right, exactly.
They're not
That was a
cheap,
reason.
but
No, they're not cheap, but you don't have to have a million of them either.
no.
You
But what
can,
about something more interactive? Like, I don't know, we could make a little video, ask people to come up and tell us a story of something really neighborly that someone did for them, or what
And then
they
give them a
wish their neighbors
Right,
would do
yeah.
for them, or something, or what
It has
what
to be
neighbor means
positive.
to them, and then we
Has to be positive.
I know. We create a little video and then we put it up on Facebook afterwards, or something interactive. Yeah.
I like
where
that.
we get people talking. Maybe.
I was thinking we could
Yeah.
have like even a list or a handout of
Uh-huh.
ways to be a great neighbor with just some
Uh-huh.
like tips and maybe it's
Right.
not a big exhaustive text type of
Right,
thing, but just
right.
like 5 or 6 tips on how
Uh-huh.
to be a good neighbor. Like number 1, like spend time in your front yard. Like
Right.
say hello to your neighbor. Like just
Mhm.
these like really basic
Right,
things. Like
right.
so be present so that you have the opportunity
Yeah.
to meet
Right.
someone across the
We
street.
could all
or
be
whatever.
sitting in lawn chairs. Under a little tent, we could all be sitting in lawn chairs, sipping iced tea, and invite people to come down and chat with us, as they're walking by. I don't know.
Something catchy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Not being good neighbors.
we could say, come, we got 2 chairs, like come meet a neighbor who you haven't met before. And like have a few questions they could ask each other. Or it could be like, what does a good neighbor mean to you? Let them chat about it.
I like
Make
the
it up
idea of
and
making a little video.
We'll make a video.
The other thing that if you didn't want to go sort of that far, and you could, at the end, could just take a picture, is if we could get a big couple whiteboards or a couple big, like the easel things that you could put on, and then have people kind of like what the mayor did with the Post-its in the school, and they've done it other times where but actually have people write, not with Post-its, but just write. Like what makes a great neighbor, and then you can
The
put
only
it
thing is that
down.
there's no lastingness to that. Like then it ends up in somebody's closet.
If you
like,
take
no
a
one
picture
can
though
see
and
it again.
post it, that's what I mean.
You mean post it on Facebook or
Yeah.
something? Oh,
That's what I was
a
gonna
digital
say.
photo.
A
Okay,
digital
okay,
photo,
okay.
a
I thought you
digital
meant
photo.
Like
I
a
was-
Polaroid or something.
No, a digital photo that would be posted, which might be a little less work than trying to do a video and getting that posted. I don't know.
Okay, right,
I'm not
right.
that techie that
Oh,
for the
like
video
people
thing.
write what it means to them, they hold it up, and we take a photo of it.
We could do that, or
Yeah.
we could just, if they didn't want their picture taken,
A big board.
have a big board that they actually write
Be
on,
hard
and
to
then we
read.
take a picture of it at the end,
Mm-hmm.
or take multiple
Has the
pictures.
question ever come up whether it's legal for us to have a social media page?
Well, what I was gonna say is, what I personally don't know is all the resource the city has already begun. So this is pretty new, this City of Easthampton Facebook page.
Okay.
But I mean, this might be a fabulous place to put something from us from time to time there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that we need our own. I think what I've heard said from time to time about events is, wouldn't it be nice to somehow have a central place?
Yep.
And hopefully that gets shared. And I'm not saying that that's here, but I'd like to know what are other city people thinking and doing? Because this is, again, I noticed this getting promoted, and this is being created, and I don't know, it might have been a few months ago. It was not all that long ago.
No.
Well, I know the planning department has their own Facebook page.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I mean, it could be we start there, but I would almost feel like ultimately it would be good for us to have our own.
Yeah, exactly.
That does open the can of worms of people commenting
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the way these,
and having that,
It's a huge
know,
thing to manage.
But
then
yeah,
To get
so then-
exposure, you have
yeah.
to post regularly.
so,
Yeah.
It's
so
a job.
Yeah.
It's a huge
And
job.
I'm not on Facebook, and I don't really
I've tried to
wanna go
stay
there.
off as much as I
Well,
can.
so, yeah, so what I think is that we could start
Start
on
by
there,
putting things on
but
there.
then see if down the road it would
And
make
try
sense.
to limit the feedback part of it at first.
You just don't.
You have the ability to not,
Right,
to have
yes,
a page and
yeah.
not allow comments. You
Right.
have the
Oh, do
ability.
you
Yes,
really?
yeah.
Mhm.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can set your privacy to whatever you want.
Ah, I
So people
thought
can't
there was
comment.
always
right, and
that.
maybe the question is it even possible to comment on here?
Yeah.
Because it may, sometimes it's set up where you can, but then it gets approved.
Right, well, that's always a good thing.
And I think maybe
Having a really
this,
strong moderator, if we do have a page.
this has a send message. But the kind of question that I would have, I just think it'd be nice, maybe checking in with mayor saying, who's overseeing IT, and can they come and talk to us just about what the resources are?
Yeah.
And whether somebody is working on events, for example, so that we
Right.
know, so that when we're thinking about, well, the city needs centralized events, I mean, what do we already have, and can we,
Right, there is someone,
Expand
because
it.
that person's been mentioned I just don't know who that is.
And are they already, for example, I mean, can we just submit to them? Do people submit to
Good-
them?
These are great.
Do they
Yeah.
copy the senior center? Does it get in their bulletin? Can we help make sure that happens?
Interact.
I don't know.
That's a
Do we
good
get
question.
So I
School
think we
events.
start with using that page and just find out from the mayor how we get things posted on
Right,
there.
right.
But I think that using cultural chaos, like Deb
Right.
was saying, as a real like
Yes,
way
Launch.
to,
yeah.
Yeah.
That brings up a list of logistics.
Nice.
So I have a 10 by 10 pop-up. We're free to use that.
Okay.
I don't
Is
have
that a tent? Is that what you're saying?
a
Yeah, yeah.
pop-up
Canopy?
canopy.
Can't be.
It does have sides, but they're hard to use.
Yeah, no, they're not.
We
yeah.
just need a shady spot.
Mhm.
And I do have some folding tables, so, because I have it from setting up at festivals and things.
Mhm.
So that I can take care of, the hardware.
Okay, okay.
What, does
Well,
anybody, just getting back, is it the weekend of the 13th?
I think it is.
Oh, the June cultural chaos?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the second Tuesday.
I think it is.
Does
What-
somebody want to be in charge of, like, sort of organizing the details, or do we feel like?
Let's put it out to all the members,
Or, yeah, and we
how,
could,
somehow.
and we could think about what different roles we
Yeah.
need
Because I'm thinking you
Yeah.
don't need to be in charge of
of everything.
everything.
Oh, I'm just giving you my stuff.
Oh, no, I
Right.
know, but, you know, would be good, like,
Yeah.
the buck stops with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right. Yeah, it would be good to have a coordinator,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and then,
I think I would be happy to be part of it. I would be the coordinator, but I'd happy to be a
and we could take turns
subcommittee.
manning the booth and doing interviews.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
When is that usually? Is it in the afternoon?
it's all day.
It's all
It's all
day,
day.
It's an all day thing.
yeah.
Or it might start
So
like
we-
at noon time.
so we need to-
Yeah.
No, earlier, they
11.
close off the street, they want you setting up, like starting at 9 or 10.
Oh, okay.
Did you find out when it
And
is?
then it shuts down at, I believe, at 5 or 6.
Yeah,
It doesn't go
right.
into the evening.
No.
I've volunteered in the past several times picking up garbage. I actually
Good.
love that.
Oh, cool.
At the
Because you
end?
get to walk back and forth and back and forth, and you see everybody, and yeah.
Is it the 6th or the 13th?
I'm not sure, I don't,
Well, let's,
June 13th, 12 to 5.
June 13th.
12 to 5, you found it.
The internet is a magical place.
It is.
Yeah, I do have a meeting that's going till 12:30 that day, but I will be around for the rest of the day.
Do we
Yeah.
get to reserve a specific spot?
Well,
I'm sure
that's,
they plan that
that's the
out,
first
yeah.
logistic we need to find out
Where
is,
should the community
Pasqualina?
Yes.
be?
Get us a
we have
reservation.
to, is
Yes.
Vern still,
No, it's
Who's it?
Pasqualina.
oh,
I don't know what her last name is. I can't think of it.
It seems with the way they put it on Facebook is that it's hosted by Cottage Street Cultural District, and maybe that is who you are
yes,
talking about by
Yeah.
name.
yes.
So, does somebody want to reach out to them?
Yes, I can do
Learn
that.
more about how you can be
Yeah.
involved. It's through the City Arts.
Mhm. Yeah, Steve Bear's on that committee as well, and so. I'm
Fill out the form
settled.
below.
So we'll find out what we have to do as our first
Fill out
step.
a form.
Yes.
There's an online form. That's for volunteering.
And then we've got the hardware, and it's, and I'm just 2 blocks away, so
Mhm.
I can.
I wonder if
truck
we
it
would get any funds for it.
I think,
From the city.
yeah, well,
I
I
think we
think
should ask
that
the
we're gonna
mayor.
talk,
Yeah,
ask the mayor.
yeah,
She said when we need something, ask.
yeah.
So we'll ask.
Because we could be giving out lemonade or something. Although maybe we couldn't do anything
Well,
that would interfere
We
with
have time to,
the vendors.
we have time to get things printed up, to get, whatever we wanna do on that.
Mhm.
Yeah, we need something cutesy to attract people to the
Mhm.
booth, and
Mhm.
I think,
Puppies!
I think the puppies are great. Puppies or goats.
There we go.
Well, we just want to be next to the goats, right?
Yeah.
We might want to get like just T-shirts even for just us.
Yeah,
You know,
for
for
sure.
working
Yeah.
there and
Yeah.
Yeah.
for as an
Okay,
identifiable.
so this brings
Yeah.
up, we're going, I've been through this, it's working with the Pride Committee, with Owen Zarrett and all that.
Oh, okay.
So we've been through all this, like we had the t-shirts printed up, glasses.
Yeah.
We just delegated, so it wasn't as public. It wasn't a public committee like this is, but at least we did all those logistical things and getting it all put together. It really came together quite easily. Everybody helped out, everybody took a part.
Yeah, I think if we can do that,
And
and it sounds like you might have,
yeah, I'm still on that committee.
and you
so
might be able to find out like where, I'm
I'll
sure you
just-
guys did
yep.
research
I'll
on the
find
t-shirts and
exactly. I'll
all
see
that
where he
kind
got
of,
his t-shirts.
and if we don't have to
And,
reinvent the wheel that way, yeah.
Would you guys, would you be interested in the idea of the car magnet idea? Like,
Yeah,
I can understand it's not-
Yeah.
Because I'll
that
ask
would be
Owen
great.
where he got those printed up
So we
too.
have to think about what we want them
So.
to say.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
So now we need a design subcommittee. We need a logo and what's our, how we're gonna, slogan, or how can we take the mission statement and put it in a real cute package?
I just want to say that I have another event that day,
Bummer.
but I might be able to come in before, so that will help set up.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll be at the other end of it.
So, what time are we here till tonight?
7:15 you had said,
So,
but
yeah, well, there's, if we're done, I think that's a great start. I mean,
so is anybody here or anybody else on the committee versed in like graphic design stuff?
My background is marketing,
Yeah.
so like advertising promotion campaigns
Yeah.
is like my thing, but I'm not a graphic designer.
So I have a friend who's a graphic designer, and she may be willing to help once we have an idea
Right.
and like a plan. I
Idea.
can ask her if she'd be willing to help us with that. She's an Easthampton resident as
Who is-
well.
who is that?
Elizabeth Green.
Oh, okay.
So,
So I think we need to decide, so maybe
So part of me,
Deb,
yeah, sorry.
if you have some ideas, sorry, no, it just took me too long to get out there. You know,
For
without,
slogans and,
yeah.
yeah, I
Maybe-
can put together some thoughts.
and I
ideas.
wonder if
Yeah,
it's
I mean, maybe
worth
we should
Jane.
brainstorm before the next meeting
Yeah.
and then just write them all down. and-
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
this-
I'm wondering if Jane
this-
could send something out to everybody.
yeah.
And
I'll
yes.
find out what's legally, what I can do. So this, to me, requires another work session, just for the cultural chaos.
I know, because I don't really want to be on
Yeah.
page with my brainstorming.
So, because we don't want it, it's a side, this is like a sub thing. So it's really not part of our,
I
Thing, so-
agree.
And so
So
it
we
should
need
be
a-
secret anyway, right?
Yeah. So we need a-
Reveal all of our.
so we need to set up
Work
a
sessions are
work,
still public.
a work session.
Okay,
They
yeah,
can still
yeah.
come.
Yeah,
Well, can we just make the next meeting a work session then?
That would be good,
well,
because it's April.
every time we try to do
June,
that,
'cause
I always
You
get the,
cringe?
You worry about
no, I get the thing, the comment from the mayor where she would rather have us do monthly meetings. And
Yeah,
if we have work sessions, we can schedule a work session anytime.
Right, okay.
What are,
could we do it on the same day?
yeah, are we allowed to do like
Yes.
an open meeting for half an hour and then a work session for half an hour or an hour?
That would be nice.
Yeah,
Same time?
Yeah,
lumped
we've
together?
asked that question, and
Mhm.
I didn't get any, and I believe she said, fine, like,
Yeah.
we were talking about,
Yeah.
like, if, once the meeting ends, can we keep going till 8 o'clock?
Mhm.
Right.
With just discussing something else, but it's not in the public.
Mhm.
So
we
maybe
just-
that's what
We just can't do meeting stuff,
right.
but we could
But we
do,
can sit and brainstorm.
we can sit and brainstorm for a cultural chaos booth.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
not meeting stuff.
Yeah.
So let's do that the next
Okay.
meeting.
Okay,
But I think it will just be important to let people know that then the meeting
I think
potentially will
we
be
should send a,
longer.
we should send a committee newsletter out or something to that effect. That's
Yeah.
not discussing anything, just saying this is what we would like to do.
Well, now that I have my new laptop, I can send the minutes sooner.
Great.
That might
Yeah.
help.
That's all it
Yeah.
takes.
Or I could send it to you, and if you want to
Yeah.
send it and you have more to say.
Right,
Mhm.
yeah, you can do that, and that, it's good to get your minutes because that allows me to make up the next agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
And
doing a
that,
good
that
job
way,
in your work.
we can also encourage people to think about,
Yeah,
like,
what they want, yeah. Yeah.
what the form of a booth would take.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Could be the magnets.
I like the little video thing, like to
Uh-huh.
invite people
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
sit and,
Mhm.
tell us about your
Yeah. A good
Neighborhood
neighbor
stories.
experience.
Yeah, your neighborhood's
Or tell us
experience.
about
What
your
makes a good
neighborhood.
neighbor? What
Yeah.
makes a good neighbor?
I really like that. What do you think makes a good neighbor? And
Yeah.
people talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
we could do
And
too
keep it
is
positive,
Mhm.
and like you can really prompt them to, to make it, a few sentences.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not a,
And if they don't, well, maybe we could give them both options. If they don't want to be filmed, they can
Yeah.
write something down,
Mhm.
just
So
to
does-
give that.
Yeah, so are we gonna do this all with cell phones, or does somebody have a friend who's a videographer?
let's do a cell phone
Cell phone, yeah.
thing.
I have cameras.
You do?
Do you?
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I'm not good at running them, but.
our Channel 5.
Yeah.
What is our? I
East
forget what
Hampton
it's called.
Media.
Yeah, the
Easthampton
Easthampton
Media.
Media.
Yeah.
They're a
Maybe we-
resource,
Yeah.
and you can also edit video there, and usually they let you use their
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
equipment
Wow.
And,
to edit videos.
Do they
Right.
let you
Who's
use
in
it for
charge of
free?
that anymore?
well, that's
Yeah.
the person I was
Oh my
thinking,
God.
when you
I
said
love
who
it.
oversees the IT, it's those people, isn't it?
Easthampton Media for city government.
Yeah.
No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
no, it's not them, okay.
No, I think Easthampton Media
It
is
is
a
separate.
Separate, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that.
Who's in charge of it now?
I don't know who. I don't
Okay,
know.
so those are questions that need to be answered.
Do they ever rent cameras out or no?
My guess would be
Possibly.
no.
No,
My
yeah.
guess is that what they would do is if they thought it was a community event that they were fit their mission to support, which I suspect that this would,
Right.
that they would give you people who are trained because all their equipment's
Mm-hmm.
kind of sophisticated. So
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
that they would send people who are trained
Mm-hmm.
to do whatever the assignment is, and then they usually, rather than just edit it for you, they usually want you to come in, they show you how to edit it, and
Mhm.
you sit down and edit it till a format that you like it, if you want to cut, paste, and sequence. And it's not that hard to do, really. It's just a little time consuming.
Yeah.
So is that something that we might want to pursue then, is to see about maybe?
They might, they might jump on this idea and want to come and do the filming
Yeah.
for us.
But there's also people who are savvy with the cell phones, I think, where you can
Mhm.
you can video and I don't know
Right.
how do you edit. I don't know the editing part, like how do you put things. I don't know, but I think that's also possible.
Right. I'm
That's
not.
certainly possible. I guess I don't want to
Yeah, I don't
deal
know.
with my own phone and yeah, I don't want to mess with that.
Yeah,
But-
one of my coworkers at Aladdin Venture, she does amazing stuff with her phone. She's always taking video, and then
Mhm.
it's not hard to edit. I mean, I don't think I can do it on my phone. She is like
I'm thinking like Pat Ruff would know. Pat Ruff's always taking videos.
Oh, right.
He edits
Right.
it down, and like he would know how to do that in a heartbeat.
Mhm.
But
Jose, I mean, I wonder if Jose will have a job at Cultural Chaos. I wonder if he.
Oh,
would-
yeah, because he was-
used to be a documentary or
He was filming-
videographer.
He was filming, were you at the thing at Arcadia?
Yes. Yeah.
She was filming there.
I know. Yeah,
So
I
where
know.
he,
Yeah.
So,
he might be
It looks
somebody
like
to talk
anything you need to
Right,
rehash to
right.
get into your
Ugh.
pretty,
Well, let's see.
because at this point.
You want me to read over?
No. Just that if you needed to ask anyone before we make a motion to adjourn.
So, who's contacting Easthampton Media?
Well, I think we're gonna, isn't that gonna be part of the planning process with more people
Let's,
here?
yeah, let's hold off on that for a let's,
I've just been looking at their webpage.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
sorry. I
That's
was
okay.
just thinking that it's,
It would
the
be
next time we
reserved.
meet, it's gonna be middle of March.
Mhm.
So we only have April, May, June.
Yeah, it might be good to reach out to them sooner rather than later, just to have that answer. so we
Okay,
don't
well,
have
that's
to
on my
go to
list of
meeting.
questions. Find out who's in charge and who do we talk to, and
Who's the, is it on their website?
Who's on there?
Who's in charge?
Let's do an about. I mean, people can join and then you have
Mhm.
access to their equipment and mentorship. Let's see, Jen Ramsey is Executive Director, Tim Riley, Operations, Ryan Arnold, Production Coordinator. They've got a Board of Directors. James Zarvis, Stan Diamond, Ted
Mitch
Perch,
Arnold.
Peg Conniff, Robert Floyd, Bill Lynch, Jonathan Schmidt, Nilda
Well, it's
Cohen,
interesting, Peg Conniff and Bill Lynch. Huh.
Yeah.
Erica Flood.
Oh, that is-
And they're open Monday through Friday,
Is Jen
9 to 5.
Ramsey-
They have
She
a
ran
phone
for
number.
precinct 2.
Is Jen Ramsey
Why? Okay,
Jim's
thank
daughter?
you. Kind of.
Who?
Is Jen Ramsey one of Jim's daughters? No. Jim Ramsey?
Jen, yeah, I don't
well, we
know.
probably all know someone
Oh,
on
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
thing, so.
Southampton.
Mhm.
I don't
Okay.
know.
You know,
So
I
anyway,
still
they have
love
open
it.
hours and a phone number, if that helps.
Mhm.
Well, I would think Jen would be the one.
What'd you say? You think what?
There's
Jen
also
would be
that
the one to talk to.
Easthampton
She's
neighbors.
The director?
The director.
Or I know Tim Riley. I could call him and ask him.
Or,
Okay.
yeah, if you know
Yeah.
somebody.
Anyone who wants to reach out,
I just know him because he did all the filming on school committee.
yeah, there you go.
Okay, so may I just comment that you'll contact
So
him?
do you have right there, Tim Riley, do you have his phone number right there?
You know, I just have that he's operations manager and that he started in 2007.
What's their phone number?
Their phone number is 413-203-1360.
Okay,
1360.
thank you.
There you go. And we'll
I'll
contact.
call Tim Riley.
Great, thanks,
There
Dave.
you go.
Sure.
You know, the other piece that I think would be interesting to explore at some point is the Peg Conniff was telling me about that. It's Easthampton something, and it's trying to connect older people with younger people.
Neighbors helping
neighbors.
neighbors.
Yes.
Neighbors. I knew it had neighbors in there, but
Yeah.
and I don't know if that's something that
I think we should like,
can figure out how to
Mhm.
connect with that.
We brought this up.
We did.
When that came up as we were putting the mission statement
Yeah.
together, and that's where
but
we
that's
get the
something I
neighbors
picture
and
as like
stuff.
a really awesome
Mhm.
program that I could kind of see that under our umbrella, you know,
Yeah.
and to join forces with them and work with them.
Yeah, that's what I didn't.
Would be
yeah.
nice.
And that's been suggested by more than one person.
Right.
And is
So,
that just individual citizens, or are they
I don't know
connected to
who's
anything?
organizing that.
Oh, there is a distinct organization
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
worked hard
Yeah.
and they've tried to
Like
do
a
some
not-for-profit?
fundraising.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm not
it's just
sure.
Easthampton?
So-
I think
Yeah,
we
it's
should
just Easthampton.
request
First-
someone from that committee
I,
to come here and explain it to us. Or in just,
Bryce Lee is involved, and I know him from trail running, and he's been kind of helping us with some AOA stuff, so, I
And
can.
Abby's husband, Owen.
Yeah.
oh, he's on, okay, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves to talk, so.
So I can email Chris and just,
Yeah.
ask him what's going on there and tell him
Yeah.
about this and see if maybe we
Mhm.
invite them to
Yeah.
our next
I think that'd be great,
I
Yep.
think.
Yep,
because if we can help them and, you
I'm
know,
all
yeah.
for
Mhm.
meeting them, but like, what would we want to ask them? Or what would we
Well,
want-
what are they doing and how
Yeah.
can we support each other?
Yeah.
And
how can we,
Kind of
how
trying to just
we
give
work
us an
together?
can we
idea,
support
yeah.
you? I mean, that was part of our,
you know, say this is our mission,
Mhm.
you know, it definitely
Yeah.
involves neighbors
Right.
and,
And that's, you know, that was the one big thing we had power over, was the ability to ask anyone from any committee
Mhm.
to come to speak to us
Mhm.
Yeah.
and tell us how
Right.
we can help.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's great. So,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
so this
maybe ask them
was,
more than we
we've
are.
got a whole bunch of stuff to get on here.
Mhm.
And I will try to put out a understandable newsletter to everyone who wasn't here,
Uh-huh.
so we can all get on board.
Mhm.
So, that being said, does anyone make the motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Who seconds it?
Second.
All right, Meeting is adjourned at
Who won
7:15.
the second?
Press
We have
Whoever
to say
you
all in
want,
favor.
pick someone.
We have to vote.
I'll
You have to
just
say all in
pick
favor.
All in favor?
Oh, it's, yeah, aye.
Aye.